then wondering why that's what keeps showing up on your plate. The wealthy understand something that most people miss entirely. They don't just think differently about money, they speak a completely different language. Their words create bridges to abundance rather than walls around scarcity. They've learned that the universe is like the most literal-minded waiter you've ever encountered. It takes your orders exactly as you place them. No substitutions, no creative interpretations. Here's the thing that might surprise you about millionaires. They're not necessarily smarter than you, more talented than you, or even more hardworking than you. But they have mastered the art of speaking in alignment with what they want to create. They've eliminated what I like to call poverty talk from their vocabulary, and they've replaced it with language that opens doors instead of slamming them shut. Think about it this way. If you had a magic genie that granted every single thing you said out loud, how differently would you speak? You'd probably stop saying things like, "I can't afford that," or "Money doesn't grow on trees," or "I'm broke." You'd realize that these seemingly innocent phrases are actually spells you're casting on your own financial future. Now, let's get practical about this, because understanding the theory is lovely, but implementation is where the magic happens. The first step is becoming aware of your current language patterns. For the next week, I want you to become a detective of your own speech. Notice how many times you speak about money from a place of lack. Count how often you say things like, "That's too expensive," "I wish I could afford," "If only I had more money," or "I'm living paycheck to paycheck." Don't judge yourself, for this awareness is the first step toward transformation. You're simply gathering data about the vibrations you've been sending out. Think of it as taking inventory before you restock your entire mental warehouse. Step 2 is understanding that abundance is your natural state. Yes, you heard that right. Abundance is not something you need to chase, beg for, or prove yourself worthy of. It's the natural flow of the universe, and scarcity is actually the artificial interruption of that flow. When you align your language with this truth, you stop swimming against the current and start flowing with it. Here's where we get into the replacement patterns. Instead of saying, "I can't afford it," try, "I'm choosing to invest my money differently right now." Notice the shift. One statement makes you a victim of circumstances. The other makes you the empowered decision maker in your financial life. Instead of "I'm broke," try, "I'm in a temporary cash flow situation that I'm actively improving." Same facts, completely different energy. When you see something you want but can't currently purchase, instead of lamenting about the price, try saying, "I love seeing examples of the abundance that's available to me." This does something magical. It trains your mind to see abundance everywhere, instead of focusing on what you can't have. It's like switching from a scarcity telescope to an abundance microscope. Step 3 involves creating what I call future self-language. Start speaking as if you're already the successful, abundant person you're becoming. This doesn't mean lying or living in fantasy land. It means speaking from the energy of your expanded self rather than your current limitations. When someone asks about your financial goals, instead of saying, "I hope to make more money someday," try, "I'm building multiple income streams and watching my wealth grow consistently." The key here is authenticity mixed with aspiration. You're not pretending to have money you don't have, but you're speaking from the vibration of someone who expects and welcomes financial success. There's a massive difference between delusional thinking and aligned expectation. Now, let's talk about gratitude language, because this is where many people get it backwards. Generic gratitude statements like, "I'm grateful for everything I have," can actually reinforce a scarcity mindset if they come from a place of, "I should be happy with my crumbs." Instead, try specific appreciation that acknowledges abundance. "I'm grateful for the $50 that showed up unexpectedly," or "I appreciate how money flows to me in perfect timing." Step 4 is eliminating complaint language around money. This is huge, and honestly, it might be the most challenging part because our culture is addicted to financial complaint bonding. You know what I mean, those conversations where everyone competes to share their financial struggles, taxes, complaints, inflation, frustrations. While these feelings are valid, constantly speaking them out loud is like watering weeds in your abundance garden. Instead of joining the complaint chorus, try redirecting these conversations. When someone says, "Gas prices are killing me," you might respond with, "Yeah, It's interesting how these situations always inspire me to find new ways to increase my income. You're acknowledging their experience without adding your own complaint energy to the mix. Here's something that might sound controversial, but I'm going to say it anyway. Stop talking about what you can't do because of money. Every time you say, "I can't travel because it's too expensive," or "I can't start that business because I don't have the capital," you're reinforcing the very limitations you want to break free from. Instead, start talking about what you're creating. "I'm planning an amazing trip and watching for the perfect opportunity to make it happen." Or, "I'm building my business plan and staying open to creative funding solutions." Step 5 involves mastering the language of receiving. Most people are terrible at receiving compliments, opportunities, and yes, money, because they haven't learned how to speak receptively. When someone offers to pay for lunch, instead of protesting with, "Oh no, I couldn't let you do that," try, "Thank you, I received that graciously." When someone compliments your work, instead of deflecting, try, "I appreciate you recognizing my value." This might feel uncomfortable at first because many of us were taught that gracious receiving is somehow selfish or rude. But here's the truth. When you deflect abundance in any form, you're training the universe that you're not ready for more. You're essentially saying, "No thank you" to prosperity. Now, let's address the elephant in the room. You might be thinking, "This sounds great in theory, but I have real bills, real debt, and real financial pressure. How is changing my language going to fix my actual problems?" Fair question, and here's the honest answer. Changing your language won't magically deposit money in your bank account tomorrow, but it will absolutely shift your energy, your opportunities, your decisions, and your ability to recognize and act on abundance when it appears. Think about it like this. If you're constantly speaking from lack, you're training your brain to look for evidence of scarcity. You'll notice every price increase, every bill, every expense. But when you start speaking from abundance, your brain begins to notice opportunities, solutions, and possibilities you were previously blind to. It's not magic, it's neuroscience. Your reticular activating system, which is like your brain's filtering system, shows you more of whatever you're focusing on. Here's a practical example. Let's say you need an extra $500 this month. The scarcity language sounds like, "I don't know how I'm going to come up with this money. Things are so tight. I'm stressed about making ends meet." The abundance language sounds like, "I'm excited to discover the creative ways this $500 is going to show up. I'm open to opportunities and ready to take inspired action." Same goal, but the second approach puts you in a completely different mental and emotional state. From the abundant mindset, you're more likely to notice that freelance opportunity, more likely to ask for that raise, more likely to sell those items you've been meaning to get rid of, more likely to think of services you could offer. The opportunities were always there, but your language determines whether you can see and act on them. Step 6 is about consistency and patience. This isn't a one-week challenge where you speak abundantly for 7 days and then expect your life to transform completely. This is about fundamentally rewiring your relationship with prosperity, and that takes time. But here's the beautiful part. Every single day you practice this new way of speaking, you're building momentum. You're creating new neural pathways, new energy patterns, new vibrational habits. Some days will be easier than others. You might catch yourself slipping back into old patterns, and that's perfectly normal. The key is to notice without judgment and gently redirect. Think of it like learning to play an instrument. You wouldn't expect to be concert ready after a few practice sessions, but every time you play, you're getting better. Let me share something that might help you stay motivated during this process. The wealthy people I know aren't wealthy because they never think about money problems. They're wealthy because they've trained themselves to think about money solutions. They've developed what I call solution language instead of problem language. When they face a financial challenge, they don't say, "I don't have enough money." They say, "I need to generate more income," or "I need to find a creative solution for this." Step 7 involves surrounding yourself with abundant language from others. This might mean being more selective about the conversations you engage in, the social media you consume, and even the news you watch. I'm not suggesting you live in a bubble, But I am suggesting you become intentional about the language environment you're marinating in all day long. If you're constantly surrounded by people who speak from lack, limitation, and financial fear, it's going to be much harder to maintain your new abundant language patterns. Look for content creators, books, podcasts, and communities that speak the language of possibility and growth. Feed your mind with words that inspire expansion rather than contraction. Here's something practical you can do right now. Create what I call an abundance phrase book. Write down 20 to 30 phrases that feel authentic to you and reflect the financial reality you're creating. Things like money flows to me easily and consistently. I'm always in the right place at the right time for financial opportunities. I trust my ability to create wealth. I'm grateful for my expanding prosperity. Keep this list handy and refer to it throughout the day. When you catch yourself about to speak from lack, pause and choose one of your abundance phrases instead. This isn't about positive thinking. It's about training yourself to speak in alignment with what you want to create. Now, here's where it gets really interesting. As you begin to shift your language patterns, you'll start to notice that other people respond to you differently. There's an energy that comes with abundant language that people can feel, even if they can't articulate it. You'll find that opportunities start coming to you more naturally. People will think of you when they hear about job openings, business opportunities, or collaboration possibilities. This happens because abundant language creates what I call magnetic presence. You become the kind of person that others want to include, support, and do business with. You're no longer radiating lack and desperation, which frankly repels opportunities. Instead, you're radiating confidence, possibility, and readiness for success. Step 8 is about taking aligned action while maintaining abundant language. Here's the thing, speaking abundantly isn't a substitute for action. It's the foundation that makes your actions more effective. When you're operating from abundant language and mindset, you make better decisions. You're more confident in your negotiations. You're more willing to invest in yourself and your growth. Let's say you're looking for a new job. Scarcity language sounds like, I hope someone will hire me, or I need this job so badly, or please give me a chance. Abundant language sounds like, I'm excited to find the perfect role where I can contribute my unique value, or I'm confident there's a great match out there for my skills and experience. Can you feel the difference in energy? The first approach comes from desperation, the second from confidence. And employers, clients, and business partners can absolutely feel this difference, even if they can't consciously identify what it island. Here's your call to action, and I want you to start this immediately. Not tomorrow, not next week, but today. For the next 24 hours, I want you to catch yourself every single time you speak about money from a place of lack. Don't try to change it yet, just notice. Set a timer on your phone to go off every 2 hours, and when it does, take a moment to reflect on how you've been speaking about money since the last reminder. This awareness exercise alone will probably shock you. Most people have no idea how consistently they speak from financial lack until they start paying attention. You might discover that you complain about prices, express worry about bills, or make jokes about being broke dozens of times in a single day. After 24 hours of awareness, then you can start implementing the replacement language. Choose 3 abundance phrases from your phrase book and commit to using them whenever you catch yourself about to speak from lack. Remember, this is a practice, not a perfection. Every time you choose abundant language over lack language, you're rewiring your relationship with prosperity. I also want you to do something that might feel a little scary, but trust me on this one. Share one abundance statement on social media today. It could be as simple as, I'm grateful for the financial opportunities that are coming my way, or I'm excited about my growing prosperity. This does 2 things. First, it puts your intention out into the world in a public way, which increases your commitment to this new way of being. Second, it might inspire someone else who needs to hear this message. Here's what I know for certain about you, even though we've never met. You have unique gifts, talents, and value to offer the world. The fact that you're here, listening to this message, tells me that you're ready to step into a bigger version of yourself financially. You're ready to stop playing small with your language and start speaking like the prosperous person you're meant to be. The universe is constantly responding to your words, your thoughts, and your energy. It's not judging whether you're worthy of abundance. It's simply delivering experiences that match your vibration. When you shift your language from lack to abundance, you're literally changing your order with the cosmic restaurant. Instead of repeatedly ordering struggle with a side of financial stress, you're ordering prosperity with a side of opportunity. Remember, every single millionaire started exactly where you are right now, with a decision to think, speak, and act differently than they had been. They didn't have special secrets or magic formulas. They simply aligned their language with their desires and took consistent action from that aligned place. Your words are creating your reality whether you believe it or not. The question is, what reality do you want to create? Because if you want to be a millionaire in 2025, it's time to start speaking like one today. Not when you have the money, not when you feel worthy, not when circumstances are perfect, but right now, in this moment, with your very next sentence. So go ahead, beautiful soul. Step into your abundant language. Speak like the millionaire you're becoming. The universe is listening, and it's ready to deliver exactly what you're asking for. You can't say, "I'm wealthy," while worrying about bills. That's like trying to whistle and cry at the same time. It doesn't work. But don't worry, we're going to fix that today. By the time you finish this video, you'll know the 3 exact words to summon $500 million. And most importantly, you'll know how to use them with real power. And if you're new here, just so you know, we keep our videos short but so potent that they leave a spark in your soul. The goal isn't to flood you with long lectures, it's to awaken your power in just a few minutes of truth. Now, let's acknowledge something real. You've been working hard, haven't you? You've been manifesting, praying, visualizing, lighting candles, reading affirmations, and still, it feels like abundance is on a coffee break. You might even wonder if something's wrong with you. Maybe you think you're missing the secret ingredient everyone else seems to have. I get it. You're tired of the waiting, the almosts. The next month will be better. You're tired of watching other people's miracles while yours are still in transit. Here's what's really happening. You're not out of alignment, you're out of clarity. You've been sending mixed signals to the universe. One minute you're saying, "I want abundance." The next you're scrolling through bills muttering, "I can't take this anymore." You're switching channels so fast the universe can't even tell which order to fulfill. Think about it this way. If you called a restaurant and said, "I'll have the pasta," and then immediately called back and said, "Actually, cancel that, I'll take the pizza," and then called again and said, "Wait, I'm not even hungry," would you expect dinner to show up? No. That's how most people communicate with the divine. They change their order every 5 minutes. So, before we talk about the 3 words, you need to understand times, why times they work. Everything begins with energy. You, me, your phone, the chair you're sitting on, it's all energy vibrating at different frequencies. Money, too, is energy, and it flows to those who vibrate at its frequency. That's why the same opportunities can show up for 2 people, and one becomes a millionaire while the other stays stuck. It's not luck, it's alignment. Let me make this practical. When you feel rich, grateful, confident, and joyful, you're tuned into the same vibration as wealth. When you feel anxious, desperate, or jealous, you're tuned into lack. The universe doesn't respond to your words, it responds to your frequency. But your words times create times your frequency. So yes, the words you say matter, because they train your vibration. Now, I know you're ready for the reveal. The 3 exact words that summon $500 million are, "I am wealth." Simple? Yes. But don't mistake simplicity for weakness. Those 3 words are atomic, they carry creation power. When you say, "I am," you are invoking the divine name of being. You're not describing yourself, you're defining yourself. You're speaking from authority, not request. The universe hears "I am" and moves everything in existence to make that statement true. But here's where most people mess up. They say "I am wealth" while secretly thinking, "Yeah, right." They declare abundance with their lips but deny it in their hearts. And the universe doesn't follow words, it follows belief. So you've got to times feel, times it, you've got to embody it. Let's do a small test right now. Say quietly to yourself, I am wealth. Notice what happens inside you. Do you feel resistance? Does your mind immediately whisper, no, you're not? That's the gap we need to close. That little voice of doubt is your old programming, your poverty consciousness trying to protect itself. It's scared because wealth requires a new version of you. But here's the trick. Don't fight that doubt. Don't argue with it. Just repeat the phrase until it gets quiet. Because every time you say, I am wealth, you're writing new code into your subconscious. You're erasing years of limitation, fear, and false humility. Now let's get practical. Here's your daily wealth ritual. When you wake up in the morning, before you even look at your phone, sit for 60 seconds and say, I am wealth. Don't just say it, feel it. Feel the sheets beneath you as if they're silk. Feel the air as if it's carrying the fragrance of success. Smile like someone who just found out the universe is their business partner. Then, throughout the day, use it as your internal soundtrack. Stuck in traffic, I am wealth. Doing laundry, I am wealth. Paying a bill, especially then, I am wealth. Because wealth is not about how much money is in your account. It's about your identity. When you embody wealth, money simply rearranges itself to match your truth. And please remember this isn't delusion. This is divine psychology. Your subconscious mind doesn't argue, it obeys. If you tell it you're wealthy, it starts filtering reality to confirm that. It begins to spot opportunities, people, and ideas that match your command. It's like training your brain to become a magnet for prosperity. I once told a friend to practice saying, I am wealth every morning for 21 days. She laughed at first. On day 3, she called me and said, I just got an unexpected bonus at work. On day 10, she found $300 in an old jacket. By day 21, she was offered a promotion. Was it coincidence? Maybe, but I call it alignment. Because when you vibrate at wealth, the world rearranges to match your frequency. Now I know what you might be thinking. But what about the bills? What about the debt? What about the real world? And I'll tell you, wealth doesn't ignore reality. It transforms it. You don't wait until your circumstances change to feel wealthy. You feel wealthy first, and then your circumstances change. That's how the law works. You don't attract what you want, you attract what you times are. Asterisk. So when you say, I am wealth, don't wait for proof before you believe it. Believe it first, and the proof will appear. All right, let's pause here. Take a deep breath. We've opened the door to something powerful. We're going to go deeper into how to activate those 3 words so they don't just sound good, they actually manifest tangible, visible wealth in your life. Because saying, I am wealth is the seed. But you still need to water it with belief, gratitude, and inspired action. And trust me, the moment you start doing this, something shifts in the atmosphere around you. You begin to walk differently, think differently. Opportunities start showing up. And before long, you realize wealth was never outside of you. It was waiting for you to declare who you already are. So, stay with me. We're just getting started. I'll show you exactly how to align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with these 3 words, so that $500 million becomes not a fantasy, but a natural extension of your vibration. Take a sip of water, stretch a little, but don't leave yet. The next few minutes could rewrite the way you relate to money forever. Now, say it once more before we move on. Slowly, confidently, like you mean it. I am wealth. Let that sink in. You've spoken the words. You've felt their vibration. You've whispered them into your mornings and carried them into your nights. I am wealth. But now, it's time to go from saying the words to becoming them. Because true wealth doesn't come from what you do. It comes from who you are. And once you become wealth in consciousness, you magnetize $500 million, not by chasing it, but by aligning with it. Let's begin with this truth. When you say, I am wealth, you're not trying to convince the universe of anything. You're reminding the universe of what's already true. You're speaking the language of creation. I am is the divine declaration of being. It doesn't ask, it commands. And when you attach the word wealth to it, you are writing a divine order to the cosmic law of supply. That order cannot be lost, delayed, or denied unless you cancel it with doubt. So here's what we're doing in part 2. We're locking in your vibration. We're sealing your wealth frequency so that no doubt, no fear, and no circumstance can shake it. Because the moment you master this state, you won't just attract $500 million. You'll attract peace, power, and purpose that money could never buy. Now, let's talk about how to live those 3 words. Because saying I am wealth is the spark, but living I am wealth is the fire. First, let's talk about energy posture. When you wake up, before you check your phone or run to your to-do list, take 60 seconds to align your posture with your declaration. Sit up straight, shoulders relaxed, heart open, and breathe deeply. You can't affirm wealth from a posture of worry. Straighten your spine, lift your chin slightly, and breathe as though you already own the world. Because energy speaks louder than words. You can't say I am wealth while slouching like life owes you something. Speak it like life is your business partner. Next, let's address the big one: doubt. Doubt is the tax you pay when you don't yet believe in your own power. And that's okay, we've all paid that tax. But the key is to stop renewing that subscription. Doubt comes whispering, what if this doesn't work? Or, you're not the type of person who becomes rich. And in that moment, you must become the authority over your thoughts. Here's a secret. You don't need to argue with doubt. Just outnumber it. Every time doubt says, what if? You reply with, I am wealth. Doubt can't survive repetition. You can't feel lack and abundance at the same time. Eventually, your dominant vibration wins. So, feed the vibration that serves you. Now, let's make this practical. I want you to think of your mind like a garden. Every thought is a seed. If you've been planting weeds, worry, lack, fear, your garden may not look too pretty right now. But that doesn't mean the soil is bad. It just means you've been planting the wrong seeds. So, from today, plant new ones. I am wealth. I am peace. I am abundance. Speak them daily, and the weeds will wither. You might say, but what if I don't feel it yet? That's fine. Do it anyway. Emotion follows repetition. Just like a song that gets stuck in your head, eventually, your subconscious starts singing along. That's when manifestation becomes effortless. Let me share a small story. A woman once told me she was always struggling financially, no matter how hard she worked. She started saying, I am wealth every day. But at first, it felt silly. She said it washing dishes, waiting in line, even while brushing her teeth. One morning, something shifted. She didn't just say it, she felt it. That same week, a business deal she thought was dead came back to life. Within 3 months, her income doubled, and she laughed because it all started with 3 little words and a little faith. Now, here's something people rarely talk about. Wealth isn't always about receiving. Sometimes it starts with releasing. You can't receive new abundance if you're still gripping onto old scarcity. That means letting go of resentment, envy, guilt, and even that old version of yourself who kept saying, I can't. Forgive your financial past. Forgive yourself for mistakes. Forgive that time you trusted the wrong person or made the wrong choice. Those experiences don't define you, they refine you. Say it right now. I release the old. I am wealth. When you release resistance, you make space for divine flow. Now let's go deeper into the science of this. Remember how I said everything is vibration? Well, your emotions are energy in motion. The higher your emotional state, the faster your manifestations arrive. Gratitude, joy, love. These are high-frequency states that magnetize wealth effortlessly. Fear, worry, guilt, those are low frequencies that repel it. So, if you want $500 million, don't focus on the number and focus on the feeling it represents. What does having that much money feel like? Freedom, peace, security, joy. Practice that feeling daily. You're not chasing money. You're summoning its vibration. Let's do a quick visualization exercise together. Close your eyes unless you're driving, then maybe don't. Picture yourself in your ideal environment. Maybe you're walking through a beautiful home, or sitting on a balcony overlooking the ocean, or signing a check to fund a cause you care about. Feel the satisfaction, the gratitude, the ease. Then say, I am wealth. Not I will be, not I hope to be, but I am. That's how you shift timelines from wishing to receiving, from hoping to being. Now let's talk about action. Because faith without inspired action is just daydreaming. Once you start affirming, I am wealth, ideas will begin to flow. You might get a nudge to start something new, make a call, learn a skill, or change a habit. Don't ignore those nudges, they are divine instructions responding to your declaration. Wealth flows through channels, and you are one of them. You must be open to act. If an idea excites you, don't overthink it. Follow it. Action anchors belief. Now, here's a crucial part that most people overlook: gratitude in advance. Gratitude is the proof of belief. When you thank the universe for something before it happens, you declare that it's already done. That's faith in motion. So start saying, thank you for my $500 million already flowing into my life. Thank you for the doors that are opening. Thank you for the divine timing that's aligning everything perfectly. You're not hoping it's done. Gratitude locks it in. And please don't fall into the trap of waiting for a sign. You are the sign. The fact that you're watching this, that these words found you, is proof you're already on the frequency of wealth. The door is open. All that's left is to walk through it. Now let's laugh for a moment, because humor raises your vibration too. Some people think being spiritual means being serious all the time. No, the most magnetic people are joyful. So yes, laugh, dance, play. You're not summoning $500 million by furrowing your brows and gritting your teeth. You're summoning it by being light, free, and confident. The universe loves a cheerful receiver. I know some of you are thinking, but I've said affirmations before, and nothing happened. That's okay. Maybe you said them once, and then checked your bank account 5 minutes later expecting fireworks. That's like planting a seed and digging it up the next day to see if it's grown. Be patient. Keep watering it. Your wealth is growing under the soil, even if you can't see it yet. Let me share one more secret with you. The number doesn't matter. Whether you say, I am wealth, and mean $5,000 or $500 million, the law of creation doesn't judge size. To the universe, $1 and $1 billion are the same vibration energy responding to faith. So, dream as big as your heart dares. Now, let's wrap this all up with a practice that will change your life if you truly commit. For the next 21 days, speak, I am wealth, every morning and every night. Write it 10 times a day. Say it when you're brushing your teeth, walking, or waiting in line. Let it become part of your inner language. Each time you say it, add gratitude. I am wealth, and I'm grateful for my overflowing opportunities. I am wealth, and I'm grateful for the peace I feel today. I am wealth, and I'm grateful for the abundance that surrounds me. Then take one inspired action each day. Just one. Send that email, start that project, clean your space, read that book, open that savings account. Each small step is a declaration to the universe, I'm ready. And when doubt whispers, this isn't working, smile and say, it's already done. Because everything in the invisible realm happens before it appears in the physical. You're not waiting for it to come. You're waiting to see what's already on its way. Now take a deep breath and say it with me one last time. I am wealth. Feel it settle in your chest like a warm glow. Feel it expanding in your mind, in your heart, in your energy field. That's the vibration of creation. And now, if this message has ignited something inside you, if you can feel that inner yes, don't keep it to yourself. Type I am wealth in the comments right now. Let's flood this space with abundance energy. When thousands of us declare it together, that vibration becomes unstoppable. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and join this growing community of manifestors. We keep these videos short but rich in power, So every time you watch, you get a spark of divine truth that transforms your mindset and your reality. Remember, you are not someone trying to attract wealth. You are wealth discovering itself. Walk today with that certainty. Smile at life. Speak like a creator. Think like abundance. Because you don't have to chase the $500 million. It's already on its way to you. Guided by your belief, summoned by your words, and drawn by your vibration. Say it one final time before you go slowly, intentionally, like you're sealing a divine contract. I am wealth. Now go live like it. The universe is listening, and it always delivers to those who know who they are.